Whether it's emotional fatigue, creative evolution, or just sheer overexposure, these 20 musicians reached a point where they couldn't stand performing their own iconic hits anymore and, in some cases, walked away from them altogether. The Foo Fighters didn't necessarily dislike their early hit Big Me, but the music video featuring Mentos-style candy led fans to pelt the band with actual mints during performances. It got old fast and a little dangerous, so they shelved the song for a while. When Weezer started covering it live, though, Foo Fighters remembered why they loved it and brought it back into rotation. Mick Jagger has admitted he got pretty sick of singing Satisfaction over the years. Despite his reluctance, the song remains a permanent fixture in the Stones' setlist, not to mention every cover band in existence. It's just too iconic to retire, even if Jagger's enthusiasm has faded. Elton John rarely performs Empty Garden because it hits too close to home. It's an emotional tribute to his late friend John Lennon. Meanwhile, Crocodile Rock, one of his most upbeat hits, has lost its charm for him entirely. He's called it disposable, and said he only plays it because fans still expect it. What started as a tongue-in-cheek satire on party culture quickly became a frat boy anthem, much to the Beastie Boys' dismay. The group was never fully on board with the song's popularity and eventually retired it from their live shows altogether. Prince loved innovation and evolution, so when 1999 started feeling stale to him, he quietly retired it from his concerts. He once said the song had simply lost its meaning. For a guy who was always ahead of his time, living in the past just wasn't his style. Misery Business may be Paramore's most famous track, but frontwoman Hayley Williams has taken issue with the lyrics she wrote as a teenager. She's called them sexist and misaligned with her values today. The band stopped playing it for a while, but brought it back with a bit more awareness in 2022. Everyone knows Bobby McFerrin's Whistle Happy classic, but the artist himself quickly grew tired of it. The constant requests and public expectations led him to stop performing the song altogether. Ironically, animatronic fish on walls may now perform it more than McFerrin ever did. Pat Benatar has had a love-hate relationship with her fiery anthem for years, but in 2022, she officially retired it. With mass shootings becoming all too common in the US, the title and message no longer felt appropriate to her. It was a thoughtful and personal decision, not a musical one. This heartbreaking ballad became synonymous with Sinead O'Connor, but over time, it became too emotionally draining to perform. She stopped singing it live roughly 2 decades after its release. For her, it wasn't just a song, it was a wound. Billy Joel doesn't hate his signature love song, Just the Way You Were, but it's complicated. He wrote it for his first wife, and after their divorce, the sentiment didn't sit right anymore. Even before the breakup, he wasn't especially fond of it, so the song quietly disappeared from his setlists for years. Madonna has no problem retiring her old hits, especially when she's not being paid enough to revisit them. She's publicly joked that Like a Virgin and Holiday are songs you'll only hear if she's getting a massive paycheck. Until then, she's happy to let them rest. Led Zeppelin's magnum opus is adored by fans, but Robert Plant distanced himself from it after the band split. In his solo career, he performed it only a handful of times, preferring to explore new creative paths rather than relive the past. It's a bold choice, considering how beloved the track remains. Adele wrote My Same about a close friend, but when that friendship ended, so did her desire to perform the song. It wasn't until they reconciled years later that she felt comfortable singing it again. Her connection to her lyrics runs deep, for better or worse. Wonderwall may be Oasis's biggest hit, but Liam Gallagher has made no secret of how much he loathes it. He once said the song makes him physically ill. While the band still performs it now and then, they're not exactly thrilled when they do. Chris Martin has been pretty candid about his disappointment with Speed of Sound. He felt it didn't live up to the band's standards and didn't want to fake enthusiasm during live shows. For him, authenticity comes first, even if it means skipping a hit. Though Believe is one of her biggest hits, Cher has never loved it. She's taken breaks from performing it and has expressed frustration that it's often the only song people associate with her. Still, she occasionally gives the people what they want, albeit reluctantly. Radiohead's breakout hit Creep made them stars, but also pigeonholed them. The band grew so tired of fans only showing up for that one track that they stopped playing it entirely for years. It's only resurfaced at rare moments, like a reluctant wave to their past. Smells Like Teen Spirit defined Nirvana and grunge, but Kurt Cobain and the band quickly grew weary of the song's overexposure. Looking back, fans now wish there had been more live recordings of it, knowing how short Nirvana's time together would be. Rihanna has always played by her own rules. When Kendall Jenner tweeted that she hoped to hear Complicated at a show, Rihanna replied that Jenner shouldn't even bother coming. Message received: if Riri doesn't feel like singing it, it's not happening. During a New Year's Eve performance in Miami, Nicki Minaj made it clear she had no intention of performing Starships. Despite it being one of her biggest commercial hits, she no longer identifies with the track. Fans still love it, but Nicki? Not so much.